Hi guys. The last segment was just about 10 minutes. That's just because we're gonna let this down. This is cool to, well, not cool to touch, but it's cooled off a lot more. You can see already the cool mold coming out of it. When you cut it, it would bleed everywhere. While that was going, swing it over here. Even in my classes, enough to realize that I do like my onions. Lyonnaise style, the city of Lyon. Little chicken stock's nice. This will be just basically a plate garnish. Once again, in the sauce class, it's really more about technique than plating. So, a little salt and pepper. Chicken stock adds a nice flavor to it. Now you can deglaze this once again with brandy or anything like that. So let that just reduce down. Swing over to the chicken. Do we have a parsley garnish? Now turn it towards me because it's easier to cut that way. There's several ways to do it. Anything nicer out there? Check the cooler. This looks pretty dead. On the bottom, a big bag should be there. See, now this is all reduced out. There's no more, there's no free liquid. It's moist, but there's no more running around, so I'll just turn that off. There we go, you found something. Right? Now, one place I worked, we did have ducks all the time. We used to have the bones left over, and we used to make stocks out of them. Thank you. That's nice. That's a nice garnish. Once again, when we cut a fresh chicken, it's the same way. You cut up, cut down, and you just cut to the bone. You peel it back. I'm coming up to this part. Up here, look, right? I'm coming up to this part. And you cut down and cut through. The neck's in the way here. Cut through. Still pretty hot. You can see it's steaming. Cut down the ribs. Coming up down to this, the leg part. Back here. See, it's still very hot. I should let it rest a little longer, but separate that just gently. You can see here, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You see that part of the bone? Got to get kind of underneath it, pull it apart, flip it over. Have yourself a half a chicken. So just garnish it. Onions for fun. I'm getting hungry. And gravy. Just bring that to a boil again. Good job. You see here that it developed a skin on top? That's okay. You stir that in, it'll liquefy. If it's too thick, like if you put this in a refrigerator and you put it in a refrigerator overnight, you come back and it's going to be about that thick, that you're going to have to remove and throw out. But if it's just here for a few minutes, that's fine. I'm checking consistency. Good. Add a little sand cream. It's always a good idea. Any dairy product, milk or cream, always check it, because even if it is fresh, it's been opened before, so it could get funny. This is still good till October 4th, so we're fine. But still, once you put it in, It's no taking it out. Anytime you're adding any dairy product, like when we finish with butter, always slowly and low heat. Now my mother would, like I said, my mother would add milk, and traditionally it is kind of a milk type of product, milk type of thing, but it's nice. That's a nice gravy. I love gravies. And traditionally too is right on top. A little chopped parsley. I don't know, some thyme or anything like that. All right. Nice. I'm hungry. How many minutes?
5.
Ah, 5. Okay, well anyway, I'm gonna clean this one off. Same thing, take it, cut it down, cut into the shoulder bone, separate it there, take this out, break it off, scoop underneath. And the skin, you can see it's kind of crispy. See how it's thick there? The salt does that, the extra salt. You take this off too from this joint. Okay, not much meat on this one. You can see it like that. Actually, it's better with it on. This stock, nothing wrong with doing a roasted chicken stock. One place I worked, we produced probably about 12 ducks a day. And so we used to save that up, and every 2 weeks or so in the freezer, take it out of the freezer, make a really rich duck stock, and then do a special soup with it. And it comes out really, really nice. Pan gravy, the difference in the roux. Everything, all the steps are basically the same. It's a very home style thing. You don't see gravies that much on like hotel menus because it's considered a country style thing. But the flavor of it is much, much better. And if you do it right, it comes out just as smooth as a velouté. This is cooled off a bit, but I'm going to put just a little over here so you can see the difference in color. It's cooled off, so it's gotten thicker. And then once again, this is not a finished sauce, it's just the velouté. This is a pan gravy that's finished over cream and everything else in there, so there's a lot more items in there. And there's no seasoning in that, where this is. That's really nice. Wow. Dude, I love I love gravies, I tell you. I used to make them all the time. Okay, that's the pan gravy part. We're going to return to the velouté, even though we made the velouté, but we're going to make the smaller sauces after that. And we're going to go with basic sauté. We're going to go over some basic sauté. So I'll see you on the next one.